Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I decided to kind of move my computer a little bit to see how I can, work with the lighting I have right now so that, this glare on my glasses and all that stuff. So it's been a little bit of a of a trying time for me because, like I said, I'm so not a tech person, and I'm like, with the equipment I have just now, I want to make the best of it. So anyhow, getting on with it, I first and foremost need to apologize for the live stream that I did. I am so sorry, y'all. I sincerely apologize. I was still trying to set it up and do all those things, and then I said, okay, fine. I was following the instructions, and they said you could actually do a test run to see if the camera and everything is working. So I was like, oh, to let me do a test run. And then my camera light didn't come on, and then I wasn't seeing myself on the screen, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And I was pretty annoyed, so I switched it off. Unbeknownst to me, I had actually live streamed a blank black screen to y'all. I'm sure y'all heard me, talk to myself and talk to the computer. So I sincerely apologize. I didn't even realize that was live streaming, and it was just supposed to be a test run. So the moment I found out, I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. However, I've got it all set up, which is awesome. And I decided to do a live stream. You know how they have those comments that you put on the chat, like when you do a live stream, on the right hand side there's like those chats or whatever, highlighted chats and all that fancy stuff. I'm still working on that. I mean, yes, you can comment for sure, but how to highlight and those emojis and all, guys, give me some time. I can kind of manage a few things as far as tech is concerned, but really going deep into it, I'm not that talented, if you will. So I'm still going to set that up and see if we can get up those fancy things like the what do they call that, even the highlighted chats or whatever. Anywho, so I figured either way we'll have a straight up a live stream, and then you can still leave your comments below. You can still leave your comments up on the, as we're going on the live stream thing. So that will definitely be awesome. So I was thinking, okay, let me just pick a date and time where a lot of y'all will be able to actually join from the beginning and watch everything. So I figured Friday, that is the 23rd of July. Today is Wednesday, correct? So today is the 21st. Let me reconfirm that. Yes, today is the 21st. So on Friday, the 23rd of July, I decided to go live stream at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like I said, I'm in Texas, so Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. I'll start. I don't know what the protocol is. I'm just going to start off at 7. So whoever's there is there, and y'all can join in as and when you come in. I also thought maybe I should do it on another day because, Friday evening people might be going out for dinner and this, that, and the other. I am going to be really busy next week. And probably until the first week of August, I'm going to be super busy because I'm going to be traveling overseas as well on the 2nd of August. And it's a 22-hour flying time type of a thing. And I'll need a couple of days to kind of, just kind of rest. And then I'll be back up and again. And of course, I'll be continuing to do my videos and all that stuff, even from that location. So I figured, let me just do the live stream here once, just to get it off the ground per se, and then I'll know a little bit better, and I'll be a little bit more used to hows and wheres and whens and whats, and then we can continue on down the line. So that's an FYI. Again, 23rd of July, that is this Friday, day after tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will go live. A couple of things I want to say, in terms of what is the subject going to be, this, that, and the other. Before we get into that, I know when I have watched some live streams, they have been these trolls, how they leave those nasty comments. I have seen that on other people's channels. I mean, I don't know how to go and fix it or block it or whatever. I'm going to also prepare myself just in case something like that happens. Then I can go in as I'm doing this and just block them or erase them or whatever. But if I can't get to it fast enough, let me please apologize in advance, just because, like I said, I'm not so savvy about these things as yet. And let's just ignore those people I'll try and get to them and block them and make sure they don't leave nasty comments, or those really nasty comments. We don't want that on this channel. And again, I apologize if I can't do it, because like I said, anyhow, moving on. As far as the subject matter is concerned, I figured we'll just do like for a few minutes we'll do question and answers, and I'm going to make a note of, I have actually started making a note of all the questions y'all have left or asked in the comment section, about the Summers case, Lori Vallow, and what's her name, Suzanne Morphew, then Eco Michelle Lloyd's case. I did a short one for Alicia Navarro. I did one for those two young boys, Larson and Harrelson, right? Ryan Larson and Xavier Harrelson. So y'all have left a whole bunch of comments there. I'll start off with those comments, addressing those comments, and of course I'll be using the cards and all that stuff. And also, like if y'all have any specific questions or such, then if I catch it soon enough, like in the comments, I will of course address that. Please keep in mind that this is a one-woman show, so I may not get to all of your questions to address it in real time. And again, I do apologize for that. Another thing is, there are a lot of people who have emailed me as well as left comments about, doing a whole bunch of other cases. One is Madeline McCann, then Jason Landry, then Skylar Peterson. Somebody had asked about Chris Watts' case. I had actually done something for myself, for my own kind of, about the case, but I am not going to work on Chris Watts. I actually want to do a reading on his girlfriend. What's her name? Nicole, whatever her name is. I actually want to do a reading on her. I have my reasons. Oh my God, just thinking of Shanann Watson, it's like I feel like I need to take a deep breath. Even as I'm talking about her and thinking about her, it's like I feel she's so tired. Like she's tired. So I don't want to focus on Shanann and the kids, unless of course those energies pull me so strongly that I'm forced to, draw cards. But I want to actually do one for Chris Watts' girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever. I have said it from the very beginning, when I've had discussions with my family members and some close friends. There is that whole other avenue, angle and chapter that people kind of just, the whole focus on that angle was somehow deflected. And I wish they had gone down that route and picked that bone apart a little bit more, because I have strongly felt that she had a bigger part to play in this whole case, and it wasn't just Chris acting on his own. I will say that now, I will say that always, and I will stand by my words. So I want to do that. Then I got a whole bunch of other requests. I still want to go through and make note of their names. One thing I would like to ask of y'all is to please be patient with me, simply because I have my regular readings that I post, then I have the consultations and the private readings and all that stuff that I do, and all the other work that I do with regards to this tarot and all that stuff, that I can't do it all at one time. I will get to them in due course for sure. Just subscribe and hit that bell notification, so whenever I post a new video, y'all will know, and then y'all can see it. When I post those videos or specific requests from people, I will try to email y'all and say, hey, this video is up, go and watch, your request, whatever. If I miss it again, please know it's just a genuine miss, not purposefully, just because there's a lot on my plate. And I'm not complaining, I love it and I'll do it. It's just going to take some time. So please be a little bit patient with me. I definitely will do that. Another thing I wanted to do, and I wanted to make it fun as well, because this kind of energy gets so heavy, and it gets a little bit sad and depressing for everybody, right? I mean, those who watch, people like me who do these readings, other psychics and mediums, and the newscasters, and people who have these who investigate these cases from the news perspective, from the police perspective. It's a little very depressing, very negative. So I wanted to do something that's going to be a little bit of fun, and also in my way of saying thank you so very much to every one of you for your support, and for your subscriptions and your comments and your viewership. We have definitely, this channel has crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'm all very excited about it. Clearly, I could not have done any of this without you guys. I mean, it's clearly obvious. So a heartfelt thanks to all of y'all, to every one of y'all. A very big thank you. And so I said, you know what, let's have some fun too, just to show my appreciation. I have decided, during the course of this reading, this, the live streaming, I think I want to keep it under an hour and 60 minutes. I'm sorry, that's 2 hours, right? Yeah, 2 hours, under 2 hours. Because then it kind of drags on, and then we kind of all get bored, and then and also once I start getting tired, then the energies are not strong, and then there's no point. So I'm going to say max 2 hours, but I have a feeling an hour and a half is plenty, just so that it's not tiring anybody out. And I don't want to get tired, because when I get tired, then there's just really no point. I'll be just gabbing. So I'm trying to keep it like an hour and a half to 2 max. During the course of that live stream, I'm going to drop some random words, okay? Which has nothing to do with the reading, which has got nothing to do with anything, okay? It's just random words. It could be anything. It could be just anything. I could just call out, the name of an animal, or a flower, or whatever. Y'all will know that it's not related to the case, okay? Or I just might throw out, my birth date, or, that sort of stuff. Little bits of information that really is not going to hurt anybody, is not going to offend anybody, just some random stuff. I may throw out the name of a restaurant, or, something like that. And the first person who catches all of that and sends me a comment with all of that being correct, I will pick that individual as the winner, and then I will send you a gift, or I was going to say a free reading, but I already have some people who have paid for the readings, and I've scheduled it out. So it wouldn't be fair for me to say, oh, since you paid for it, you are not going to fall into that, right? So I won't say a reading, but I will definitely say that I will send a gift. And of course, the address and all that stuff. We'll get into all that later. So keep in mind, y'all, just random phrases. So just make a note of it. It's not going to be a whole bunch, maybe 10 or 12, right? Just make a note of it. And the first person who leaves a comment, or even sends me an email saying that these are the 10 phrases or the words or whatever those key words are, you're the winner. Okay, so just to kind of have some fun too. Let's and maybe this is my way of saying, are you guys really paying attention? I'm testing y'all, right? So that's the thing, and we'll take it from there. So people have been emailing me, and they've been asking me like, how much do you charge, and this, that, and the other. And I always tell them, send me an email and I'll give you all the information that you require, and then you can decide. And I don't want to put all that up on the channel on every video I do, because I just don't want to do it. I'm not in a business where it's all about price shopping and stuff like that. Somebody's out to price shop and say, okay, this psychic or this medium is charging so much, but she's charging so much, then let me tell you, this is not for you. Simply because I feel that if you connect with a psychic or a medium or a tarot reader, if you connect with them, you go with that person, whoever that person is, and regardless of how much they charge. That would be my personal advice to each and every one of you, okay? I would do that. Regardless of what they're charging, regardless of what, where they are situated, what they're doing. If you connect with that individual, go with that individual, okay? Because there is a connection, and there's a reason there is a connection. So that is my one recommendation. I have got a lot of requests for people doing you know, mediumship or about their loved ones who have passed, that becomes a whole other story. It's a whole different ball game. You know, I've had somebody who emailed me and said their brother died 8 years ago and they want some closure, or somebody said my mother died 22 years ago and things like that, which is, it doesn't matter when or how long ago they died, right? Which family member it is, or a loved one, or a friend, or a neighbor, whatever, it really doesn't matter. But I would like to say that, and this I'm going to throw it out there because a lot of people have actually emailed me asking me that about doing these readings, being a medium for the loved ones who have passed. I would definitely require a picture of theirs, their date of birth, okay, and just their first name. I don't need the last name. If you have the date they passed, that works too. If not, that's fine. You can send me this information literally 5 or 10 minutes or even 15 minutes before we start our consultation. I don't need it any sooner than that, okay? Because I'm not going to be doing a astrology reading or doing anything like that, because I've already crossed over, right? So this is a completely different approach. So I will definitely need at least their first name. I don't need the whole name, their date of birth, and a picture. Because that's for me, that is what works, because that's my way of connecting with them. There are a lot of psychics and mediums out there who don't need a picture or don't need, and you know what? Excuse me, guys, let me just let Bunny out. You want to go out, boo? All right, come on. Bye. Okay, and now you can be coming in and going out every. No, not time for your treat. Sorry about that, guys. So we have a ritual usually at about 7:45, 8. He gets another little treat from me, and it's not yet 7:40, but it's only 7:09. Anywho, there are a lot of other psychics and mediums who don't do that. They just need whatever they need, information they need. I'm not going to say that their way is wrong and my way is right, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. This is how I work. Okay, this is how I have always worked. For me, this is the information I need. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to compare myself. I would never compare myself to anybody else and say, oh, this I'm better, or she's, no. To each his own, okay? Whatever works, works. Be happy. That's my approach. And once you send me this information, of course, we'll set up the time and yada, yada, and then we will, get on with the consultation, right? For you on your end, okay? You don't need to share this information with me. But you on your end, if you have a personal item of that person who has passed, who you're wanting to hear from, it could be anything. It could be a button, a keychain, a shirt, a scarf, a dress, a coffee mug, a pen, a pillowcase, a piece of jewelry, whatever that may be, okay? Whatever, a letter they wrote to you. You don't need to disclose that to me and tell me what it is, but I would recommend that you have it with you. Either you have it in your hand or have it where you're sitting. It's not that you have to keep touching it or whatever. As long as it's there with you, that would really help, because it has been my experience, and for me, that the connectivity, how can I even explain it? It's almost like the phone is being charged. You know what I mean? It's somehow, I don't know how to explain it, but just know that it really helps, okay? It's almost like being in tune with the energies, being in sync with the energies. So that's what I would say as far as that is concerned. And I would greatly appreciate it if you all kind of just bear with me those couple of days from the 2nd of August to about the 4th or 5th of August. I won't be doing any readings. I won't be doing any, I have not taken any appointments for those few days, simply because I'm going to be traveling long distance, and of course, all that drama and just catching up with jet lag and all that stuff. But after that, I'll be back and up, and I can continue with the readings and posting the videos and doing your consultations and all that. Just for a few days, I would appreciate it if you'll kind of give me that time, just so I get to where my destination and set up everything. As everybody knows, I do it on my laptop, so I'm going to take this little bad boy with me. I will not have my lighting and my microphone and all that, but we'll make it work. So hopefully this helped, and the more of y'all who get on the live stream, the better it is. I don't want it to be, although these cases are really sad, like I said, I don't want it to kind of pull us down even further, right? The way I want to look at it is, yes, we are discussing an unfortunate situation, lives lost, people missing, that sort of thing is very negative. The it's very sad and unfortunate, but I don't want the energy to get so heavy that all of us are pulled down and it becomes like a really big black shadow on all of us. I don't want it to get that heavy. If I feel that the energy is getting really heavy, I will cut it short, simply because I don't want us to be, we are affected already by this, right? But I don't want it to affect us to such an extent that all of us will be moping around for a couple 2-3 days. It has happened in the past, believe it or not. It's I don't know how to explain it. Energy sometimes, they are so forceful and so strong, it's very difficult to get past that. So we'll try and keep it light, and we'll try and keep it what's what I'm looking, we won't let it get that far. In terms of dates of birth and this and that and all that, when I said I'm going to touch on a whole bunch of cases depending on how much time we had, we'll talk about Madeline McCann, we'll talk about Skylar Peterson, we'll talk about Jason Landry, and a whole bunch of other people and Chris Watts' girlfriend and whoever. When I do these readings for these people, keep in mind that the time is very short, right? We're going to have in an hour and a half or 2 hours at the max. So these are not going to be very in-depth readings like how I did part 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. for Summer and Suzanne Morphew and all that. It won't be like that. It'll be just simple questions. We're just going to touch on it, right? Just to kind of, just simple basic questions, right? And then at a later time, when I actually do these in-depth readings, dedicating it to just that one individual, then we'll go full, or like we will really explore and do that sort of stuff. I hope this kind of I hope I was able to explain my intentions and what I want to do. And again, I'm looking at the timepiece here and I've been babbling on, so I will cut this video short. So thank you so very much once again to every one of you for helping me, for believing in what I do, and trusting me with your requests, and saying, for me, the way I look at it is, because you trust me and you know the work I do and you understand what I put into it, you feel confident enough to say, hey, do a reading for this person or do a reading for that person. So for me, it's an honor to be able to do this for you guys. Please know that I appreciate every one of y'all. I love you very much, and I will see you at the next reading. So definitely, for sure, tune in Friday, June 23rd at 7 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. Much love to you guys. Bye for now.